In the middle of the vast Pacific Ocean, more than 3,500 kilometers from the nearest continent, stands one of the greatest mysteries of human history. An island so isolated it feels forgotten by the world. And yet, it is home to nearly 1,000 giant stone statues, some taller than a 3-story building, some weighing more than 80 tons. No metal tools, no wheels, no written language. So, the question is unavoidable. Who really built the Moai statues of Easter Island? And how did they move them across this impossible landscape? Easter Island, known to its people as Rapa Nui, is one of the most remote inhabited places on Earth, located in the southeastern Pacific Ocean. Over 3,500 kilometers from Chile, over 4,000 kilometers from Tahiti. For centuries, no one knew it existed. When Dutch explorer Jacob Roggeveen arrived in 1722, on Easter Sunday, he found something astonishing. An island with few trees, limited resources, and yet colossal stone statues staring silently toward the land. To European eyes, this made no sense, and so the mystery was born. The Moai are not small monuments, average height 13 feet. Largest erected Moai, over 33 feet. Weight range 10 to 80 tons. Nearly 1,000 statues exist across the island. Most share the same features: long ears, heavy brows, elongated faces, powerful expressions. And one strange detail: almost all Moai face inland, not toward the sea, not toward enemies, but toward the villages they once protected. This tells us something important. These statues were not decorations, they were watchers. For many years, outsiders believed the Moai could not have been built by the islanders. Some suggested a lost civilization. Visitors from South America, even extraterrestrial help. But archaeology tells a very different story. Radiocarbon dating, tool analysis, and DNA studies confirm the Moai were built by the Polynesian ancestors of the Rapa Nui people. They arrived on the island around 1200 CE, navigating the open ocean using stars, winds, ocean currents they brought, agriculture, social hierarchy, deep spiritual beliefs. And within a few generations, they began carving giants from stone. Nearly all Moai were carved from a single place, Rano Raraku, a volcanic crater that served as QUARRY workshop. Training ground, even today, hundreds of unfinished Moai remain there. Some are half buried, giving the illusion of just heads, but their full bodies lie beneath the soil. Stone tools called toki, made from basalt, were used to carve them. No metal, no advanced machinery, just time, skill, and human determination. This is the heart of the mystery. Once carved, the Moai had to be transported several kilometers over uneven terrain, without wheels, without animals. For years, theories included wooden sledges, log rollers, massive labor teams. But modern experiments revealed something extraordinary: the walking theory. Researchers discovered that Moai are bottom-heavy. Their shape allows controlled rocking. Using ropes on both sides, teams could rock the statue left and right, slowly walk it forward. And here's the key detail. Rapa Nui oral tradition says the Moai walked to their places, not dragged, not carried, walked. The Moai were not gods, they were ancestors, specifically powerful chiefs, clan leaders, figures believed to retain mana, spiritual energy, after death. Placed on stone platforms called ahu, the Moai acted as guardians, protectors, symbols of authority. When the final ritual was completed, eyes made of white coral volcanic obsidian were placed into the sockets. Only then was the Moai considered alive, watching, protecting. For decades, Easter Island was used as a warning story, a civilization that cut down all its trees, destroyed its environment, collapsed into chaos. But modern research paints a more accurate picture. Yes, deforestation occurred, but the Rapa Nui adapted their farming, built rock gardens to conserve moisture, maintained society for centuries. The real devastation came later: European contact disease, forced labor slave raids in the 19th century. By the time the world paid attention, the damage was already done. Even today, questions remain. Why were some Moai never moved? How were decisions made between rival clans? What ceremonies accompanied statue erection? Why did Moai construction suddenly stop? Easter Island still guards its secrets, not because evidence is missing, but because history was interrupted. The Moai do not represent a lost super civilization. They represent something far more powerful: human ingenuity, cultural memory, and survival against impossible odds. On one of the most isolated islands on Earth, people with no metal, no machines, and no contact with the outside world built monuments that still challenge modern understanding. And as the Moai continue to watch silently, the question is no longer who built them, but rather, what else are we underestimating about the past? On one of the most isolated islands on Earth, nearly 1,000 stone faces still stand in silence. They do not speak, they do not move, and yet they remember. Remember the hands that carved them from volcanic rock. Remember the voices that sang as they were raised. Remember a people who crossed the largest ocean on Earth and turned isolation into civilization. The Moai were never meant to impress the modern world. They were built for ancestors, for memory, for identity. And perhaps that is why they continue to fascinate us, because they remind us that human history is not only written in books, but carved into stone. If you found this journey into the secrets of Easter Island meaningful, stay with us. There are many more mysteries waiting to be uncovered, hidden in forgotten lands, lost civilizations, and the quiet places history left behind. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and never underestimate the past. If you found this documentary valuable, take a moment to like the video. It helps this story reach others who care about history, archaeology, and the mysteries of our world. Share your thoughts in the comments. What do you believe is the most fascinating mystery of Easter Island? And which ancient civilization should we explore next? If you believe stories like these deserve to be told, share this video with someone who enjoys deep, meaningful documentaries. And for more carefully researched journeys into lost civilizations, ancient engineering, and forgotten histories, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss what comes next. Your support keeps these stories alive.